take it away.
Why do I feel like we were just here yesterday?
Because we essentially were.
It's Thursday.
You know what that means. Today was drop day.
Drop day, baby.
Yeah.
But we're recording a little prematurely today.
We are. This week. For Mardi Gras, as you all know.
Yeah, Ash is leaving me for the weekend, and I, don't know what I'm going to do.
I know. I'm really hoping my flight doesn't get canceled, because we're getting a huge snowstorm tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll be okay.
I think it'll be okay, too.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Yeah, it's supposed to stop, so we should be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do we have in our hand, Ash?
So we are drinking Ranch Rider Spirits Company. What's this flavor? It's
basically a mule. So their motto is no sugar, no shit. Hold on. I definitely have that wrong.
I like it if it's not that.
Oh, yeah, no, that is. I think it's no shit, no sugar, or vice versa.
Cute.
This cute little Austin-based brand slid into the DMs. I think they thought I was from Austin from my post last time. But I was like, look, I'll take it. I'll take the free alcohol. This is actually really good. They have different variations. It's basically seltzer, but they're healthified. This one that we're drinking is a mule, essentially. It's vodka, sparkling water, ginger, and lime, but they have tequila versions.
We had the tequila ones the other night. It was really good.
Yeah.
I think I had the ranch water.
Yeah, ranch water is super popular over there. And they have a spicy one, a grapefruit one. They sent a variety pack, and they were honestly really good.
Yeah, this also says it's gluten-free. So for the gluten-free bichachis out there.
Bichachis. It's been a minute.
I know. I'm actually surprised I haven't said it yet.
Okay, well, cheers. Let's kick.
Cheers.
Let's kickstart. Welcome to the 4th episode of the You Can Do Both podcast. I'm Court.
I'm Ashley. And we're happy to be here.
So happy to be here, round 4. It literally took everything in my body to not say that.
I know. I was
just
thinking about that.
Opener. I
You
don't know.
think? We'll see. I think it's going to get challenging when we have to say larger numbers.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
Yeah. But yeah, so today was drop day. We released our 3rd episode today, and it was a funny one. I hope you all listened. If you're listening to this one, you should absolutely go back and listen to the other one. It was red flags and green flags.
Yeah, and I think it would just exemplified how we are going to be so diverse in topics, and you really just don't know what you're going to get. We'll have silly ones. Hopefully they'll all be relatable, but we'll have some more serious ones, like one today. Ashley and I were already saying how we've just been in the goofiest mood literally all day, so I don't know how we're going to have this more serious topic, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, I really got hyped this morning because ever since we decided we were talking about red and green flags, I was like, I know exactly how I'm going to promote this episode. I'm going to pimp out Courtney to all of my single male followers.
Yeah, that episode definitely was not meant to turn into that, but it was a natural evolution.
Yeah.
Just providing maybe a little too much opinion into it. But
no, I loved it.
It caused some great content.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun recording that one. So we don't really have too much to catch up on, so I think we can probably just jump right in.
Yes, still haven't done the focus of the week, but it hasn't been a full week yet, so I still have time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We'll do it this weekend.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So, yeah, let's jump right in. The topic of this week is fitness, and not so much holistic fitness, but just exercise more specifically, and our journeys and evolutions of what fitness means to us and how we incorporate it in our day-to-day lives. And yeah, I think it's an important one. It's such a big part of our lives, and hopefully there will be some takeaways from it.
Yeah, I think this is a great topic. I know for me personally, when I was trying to get into fitness, I loved listening to podcasts and viewing content that was focused around starting fitness or finding what you love. I find it to be really helpful. So hopefully you will too.
Yeah. So let's hop right in. Let's do chronological. Let's start with how did we get into fitness, or what it looked like for us, at least in high school.
Yeah, that works. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so in high school, I grew up cheerleading. So I never really had to work out on my own because I would have 2-hour practices almost every day of the week. I was never really into working out on my own. I didn't know where to start. The only other impact I had was my dad I would definitely say one of his passions is fitness. And he's always grown up telling my sister and I, you need to incorporate fitness and get into a routine while you're young so it sticks with you for the rest of your life. So that had always kind of been ringing in the back of my head. But again, I didn't really have to worry about it in high school.
Yeah. No, pretty similarly, I was a volleyball player for most of my life. And I really started getting into the gym and like my own personal fitness when my volleyball career ended. I stopped my senior year, just like wasn't the vibe anymore. And I actually had a boyfriend at the time. Shout out JW. I feel like he's been brought up a few times throughout this podcast already, but he really got me into fitness. He was very into it himself. And so he just introduced me to the gym, and I'm like forever grateful for him for that, because he made it less intimidating, because he was essentially like my personal trainer, because he understood the ins and outs of it, because it was so important to him. And I also had a crazy senior schedule. My high school was like a dream.
Massive.
It was massive, and it was like PCA, no joke. It was like the biggest high school in the nation. My entire senior year, I got out of school at 1 p.m.
Oh my God,
Do you know how much free time this girl had? I literally didn't do a sport. I had the gym, and I had like my friends and my boyfriend. It should have been illegal, to be honest with you. But I got so focused in the gym because I had so much time and I literally had nothing else to do.
That's so nice, especially with you growing up in Florida. Like, I can imagine getting out of school at 1 and just, hey, I'm just going to head to the beach.
Yeah, literally.
I can't even fathom that.
Literally. Yeah, it should have been illegal. But that's kind of how I was introduced to it. I am very fortunate to have had that like assistance and more personal training, even though super informally, like at the start. Because the gym really is an intimidating place when you don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, definitely. That's why I never went.
Yeah.
So then when I got to college, everyone's like, oh, the freshman 15, you have to work out. I didn't really listen to that statement. I think I had just a very high metabolism where thankfully I didn't really have to worry about what I ate or drank, and I didn't work out until probably senior year of college.
That is so wild to me. I wish I could relate to that last sentiment. I really could. So I think a con of fitness, which is not actually a con, but it's like once you start and you get super serious with it, you have to keep it up. Otherwise your body will like immediately revert back. And it's just, once you start, you really can't stop. And so when I got to college, I thought that my metabolism would be the same because I was in high school, could eat whatever I wanted, and like nothing would really affect me because I was so active. So when that came to a screeching halt, and then there was a soft serve fucking ice cream machine in the dining hall, and all the food was awful, so I gravitated towards pizza and mac and cheese.
Of course.
Homegirl got that freshman 15.
Did you though? Because I feel
did.
like my perception of you has always just been this tiny little fit queen.
I've always been small and fit. Like gaining 15 pounds honestly got me closer to like the normal weight range, I think, just because I was so fit and I was so small. Unintentionally, I just loved fitness. And so, yeah, I literally gained over 15 pounds. Throughout college, I fluctuated so much. But in college, I really just, it was hard because I would literally be in the midst of winter. I'd be in a parka, and then all of a sudden, I'd be on a plane to bikini season.
So true.
And it would be such a drastic, like, juxtaposition. It'd be like, holy moly, like it did not do well for the mental health or like confidence. And I didn't realize because I was having so much fun and like whatever, and honestly like how you look should not be at the forefront of your mind, and it wasn't. But then it was like, oh, like it hit much harder because I feel like the culture is, oh, it's winter time, it's spring season, it's about to be summer, I have 3 months to like try to feel a little bit better about myself. And then I would just be going home for the holidays, and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh shit, when did this happen?
Yeah, no. That's like actually so relatable, because if you live in New England, you don't really think about your body or like what you look like in a bikini. I don't know. It's so cold out. You have a million layers on all the time. So
exactly. It's so much easier to live a healthier lifestyle down there.
I believe it.
Just because it's so much warmer, you want to be outside more, and you just live a healthier lifestyle, having experienced both. But anyway, flash forward, I got more serious about my fitness. I didn't really care about my fitness as much. Of course, it made me feel good, so I went to the gym throughout college, but I was eating like poop and drinking my life away. So it would more so just maintained than anything. But then senior year, we started going to fitness classes together, which was super awesome. And it became more of like an activity to do with friends. And I kind of like fell in love with it and just regained my body back a little bit.
Yeah, I actually got back into fitness after junior year when we lived together in the North End.
Oh,
because we used to go to title boxing at like 5 or 6 a.m. before work. Yeah, me, Court, and Sam, we used to walk to title boxing in the North End. It was so nice. It was like a 10-minute walk. We lived there in the summer. It was just the best way to start your day. So I think that's where fitness kind of started in my mind, because I was like, wow, this is actually something I enjoy. It's not like oh my God, I have to go to the gym. Like, I went with my girlfriends, started my day. It's just so nice being up before everybody and going for a walk in the morning. So I think that's where it really started for me.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's just so much easier to fall in love with something when like you have someone else
100%.
to do it with you and to experience it with you. And it'll take trial and error. I feel like I've been to so many different styles of fitness classes and whatnot, but it really takes like this one specific instructor, specific style to really change exercise into something, or change it from something that you have to do to something that you get to do and that you love to do.
Yes.
But let's get back to the chronological order.
Okay, so for me, I mean, I went to Fire Cycle to see Livy. We went to those workout classes together. But aside from that, I didn't have a consistent workout schedule. And then Grace brought up F45 because I think she saw some influencer went, and she's like, oh, I've always wanted to try it. And when somebody tells me something that's great, whether it's a product or a workout class or a type of food, I'm like, oh my God, I have to try it immediately. Yeah. So I'm like researching, and I find this place, I think it was like 30 to 40 minutes away. And me, you, and Sis all signed up for a class. Yeah. And it was like a 5 a.m. class. And unfortunately.
But do you know what happened?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were going to remember.
Oh, I remember, because you never got to go. And I was like, wow, I can't believe my fitness friend couldn't be there at like the start of my real like fitness journey.
Why couldn't I be there, Ashley?
Because Courtney was filming a TikTok and sprained her ankle.
No, I didn't sprain my ankle. I broke my toes.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh my God.
I broke my toes, and
she was on crutches.
I was literally on crutches.
Oh my God. I found those Snapchats the other day.
Because it happened recently.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, those popped up. Oh my God.
That is comical.
Yeah.
Continue though.
So you never got to go with me, but Sis and I went a couple times, and then I got into the routine of just going by myself. Yeah. But then COVID hit. Yeah. And we all had to go home. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't really have a workout anymore, so I was just at home going on walks with my mom.
Yeah. And when COVID hit for me, it was a blessing because I got to go home to my family in Florida, and obviously it was much easier to grasp the concept of college ending and just like all of a sudden work from home when I'm in like 90-degree weather. So very blessed there. But I kind of refound myself and like reconnected with what I loved. I mean, I've always been someone to prefer going somewhere to work out as opposed to doing something from your home. But when I had no other choice, I gravitated towards influencers on Instagram that were fitness related, or like I fell in love with this Barry's bootcamp instructor that decided to just go on Instagram live and like do live workouts. I would wake up at 9 a.m. and do them and feel like I was a part of a class. And it was just so awesome. Definitely not something I would have done otherwise, but I just felt more connected to my body. I obviously wasn't drinking as much alcohol because I was at home with my parents. And it was just easier for me to kind of fall back in love with fitness.
Yeah. No, that's nice. I can see how that would be really nice to just like return to your routine.
Yeah.
For sure.
And post-COVID, and now like entering this next phase of our lives where we're working professionals, I think this time of our lives is just very transformative outside of fitness, obviously, but just in the way that you really spend time and energy on the things and people that you want to. And so it's made it a lot easier. I don't have distractions. I don't have homework. I don't have clubs that I need to attend to after my like 9 to 5. So I've just been able to carve out certain routines and fitness things that just make me feel amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
So again, transitioning away from home. So I moved to Boston, and none of my friends were really here, so I was kind of bummed because I didn't have a workout buddy. But I found a Tidal Boxing nearby, and I was like, okay. I mean, I loved Tidal before, like, let me try it again. So I was going to that for, I want to say, like 3 months or so, and I just got sick of it. Because of COVID, they didn't have their early morning workout classes, so I would rush over for like a 30-45 minute class during my lunch break. And then I'd come back in the middle of the day. I'd have to somehow shower, and then I'd have to eat while I was working. And I was like, and that's kind of where I found that I enjoy working out in the morning.
Yeah.
So eventually that just wasn't working for me, and I found out that there was an F45 very close to me. And I was like, no way. How did I not know about this? This is amazing. I loved F45 when I did it at the end of senior year. Let me do a trial. So I did if you guys are near an F45, most of them do a 7 days for $7. With $1 a day, you can work out every single day. It's an amazing full body weightlifting workout. Highly recommend, even just for the trial. Yeah. It's such a great deal. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I'm sure they are if you ask. So I started going there. They had early morning workout classes. 6:30 was my sweet spot. And I started doing that every single day. And my body changed drastically. I put on pounds, straight muscle.
No way.
And I felt so good. I felt so strong. I was so confident. The scale was kind of messing with me, but when I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, I just feel so good. I was in a routine. I would go in the morning, I'd come back, I would work out, and I could eat whatever I wanted. Not that you can't eat whatever you want, but all of my guilt around eating just totally went away.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I had a killer workout this morning, and I feel and I look amazing. I didn't even think twice about ordering anything.
Yeah. I love that you just said that, because the scale is literally my least favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
My least favorite thing. It is so, all it does is mess with your mind. And muscle is much heavier and more dense than fat in any other part of your body. So people most often associate weight gain being a bad thing when they're exercising, but no, that is like not the case at all.
So then eventually I was just kind of not getting bored of F45, but like when you do the same exact type of workout, I was like, okay, weightlifting is really great, but I don't want to do that every day. And given they do have cardio days and things, but it was mainly focused on lifting weights. And I was like, I just want more of a variety in my life. And it was very expensive. So I was like, okay, let me shop around. And let me backpedal a little bit. When I was abroad in Milan, I got a gym membership just for fun because everyone in Milan was so bougie. And I was like, oh my God, there's this sick gym down the street. I just want to go to this bougie gym. So I would just go and like walk on the treadmill and do abs. But it just made me feel good. And then in my head, I was like, where can I get this at home back in the US? And Equinox came into my mind. And ever since then, I always told myself, I was like, I'm going to get a gym membership at Equinox. I truly manifested that for myself because my work they offer discounts for Equinox, which was amazing. So when I found that out, it's essentially, I think it was $5 more than what I was paying at F45. And I was like, why wouldn't I do this?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I know. So I signed up immediately. And what is so great about it is not only is it a gym, but they offer classes of all different types. So I can do a weightlifting class similar to F45. I can do Pilates. I can do yoga. I can do cycling. Like, the possibilities are truly endless.
That's amazing.
So that's where I'm at now, and I could not be happier.
See, I also love the point that you made about, like, you kind of get bored. You don't want to do the same thing all the time.
Yep.
So I go to a gym that's the equivalent of a Planet Fitness. It's literally vibrant colors. It feels like I'm in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
But that is the choice that I've made for myself. Because it has everything that I need, and it's, like, very close to my apartment. So it really does just make a lot of sense. And I just personally love to create my own workouts. Like, I feel like I've been doing this long enough that I know what I like. I know what I dislike. And my pro tip, even though I'm not a pro, is to plan your workouts beforehand.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, the second you get there, if you don't plan it out, you're going to gravitate towards things that you did recently that's, like, in the back of your mind, or you're just going to do what feels comfortable. When you take the time, either the night before or the morning of, literally whenever, and just plan out what you want to do, it will make your workout 10 times more effective. And just ensure that you're not constantly repeating what you've done in the past. And some tips or some things that I use to really, like, make sure that I'm sprucing things up is that I have, like, 5 or 6 different influencers that I save videos of, and I don't necessarily do their workouts, but I'll take different elements of their workouts and, like, planning it out. I've also used different apps that just create the workouts for me, so I don't need to think about it at all.
Cool. I didn't even know they had those.
No, they have those. I used to use the ASICS app, which is, like, such a random thing, but my friend used to work for them, and during COVID it was a free app, so that's how I got adjusted to it. But there are a few ones, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I'll definitely share them out in the description or on our Instagram, that literally create the workouts for you. And then also just, like, in the back of my head, just knowing kind of what I've done in the past. But when I feel like things are getting a little bit too redundant, that's, like, the worst thing you could do for yourself, because your body gets used to you doing those same movements, and it's not going to change. It's not going to, it's not going to improve. It's going to stay stagnant. You need to constantly keep on switching it up and, like, progressive overloading, aka going up in weight. And so what I've liked about F45 and other classes is just re-sparking my, like, imagination and my inspiration for, like, oh my God, I forgot this, like, exercise existed, or actually this is my way to fact check to make sure that I have a proper form, that I'm doing things right. Like, you don't need to go to an expensive gym or get a personal trainer to know really what to do and how to be confident in your exercise and fitness journey. And I'm definitely someone who was intimidated at first and still likes to, like, make sure that I'm doing things right. And so that's kind of how I interweave it. I, like, have, like, a low cost gym membership, but then once in a while I'll kind of step it up and do something a little different, out of the ordinary, pay a little bit more, and then just, like, regroup with myself and then go back to my low cost gym plan that I actually love so much.
Hey, I mean, whatever works. I mean, personally, for me, I am not as confident with doing my own workouts. That was a New Year's resolution for 2022. Now that I've had this experience with so many different classes. So for me, like, because I considered going to that low maintenance gym, and I was like, if I were to go, I would literally do 12, 3, 30. I do 12, 3, 30 on the treadmill and maybe an ab workout. So I think having a balance, the best part about going to classes is, like you said, to re-spark your brain and be like, oh, I actually really enjoy doing this exercise, and you're sore the next day. So you can incorporate that into your own workouts.
And I kid you not, I write down exercises or workouts after I go to a class so that I keep it in my brain. And I also, this is, like, I don't know if this is common, but I write out my workouts, like, in handwriting, like in a journal or, like, in a notebook. And then I take photos of it and I categorize them in different folders. So I have, like,
very organized.
I wouldn't call it that. Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
But it's like I have, so then when I, like, haven't planned a workout and I'm like, oh, but I want to hit legs today, I go back into my photo album that I devoted to legs, that I have various pictures of workouts that I did in the past. And I could just pick from that.
I like that a lot. I've always thought, like, I'll do an ab exercise for my class and be like, wow, that was so good. Like, I really, I can remember this. I never remember it.
Never. No, it's so hard.
Remember, you made me and Gab do an ab workout at the lake. And it was so good. I was like, I remember in the moment, I was like, damn, this is a good ab exercise. My abs are killing right now. I'm going to remember this. 2 weeks later, I was at the gym and I was like, oh, what was that? No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't remember it, so I wish I could help you.
Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe we can go into some starter tips for people who are trying to introduce fitness and working out into their everyday lifestyle.
Let's do it.
Okay. My first tip I have is get a gym buddy. Have a friend that you can rely on and will hold you accountable to go to a fitness class. Make it started at once a week, and you and your girlfriend can, or your partner can go to the gym, and you can hold them accountable and they'll hold you accountable.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's a lot easier to work out with someone, especially if you do your own workout at the gym. It's a lot less intimidating because you're like, what am I doing? Am I doing this right? Like, you have someone there with you.
And then you can, like, make it an activity. Like, go get a smoothie afterwards with your friend, or go literally do anything. Like, honestly, some of my best memories of college are us driving to or from the gym together.
Yes.
And, like, jamming out to
Put
Chelsea
on a good
Cutler.
Playlist, windows down.
Yes. Like, hyping each other up, and then, like, just feeling so good afterwards, and, like, being together and being able to share that experience. One of my tips is literally when you join any gym, for the most part, or maybe it's just the low maintenance, low cost ones that I know. No, it's not. I've had my fair share. They offer free consultations. So, like, I literally, every time I go somewhere new, I get a different body scan. I get a different literal free workout with a personal trainer. And I, like, take that time to obviously learn about, like, whatever the exercises it is that they're teaching, but also just pick their brain about other things too. And so I feel like I have absorbed so much from various things like that, and things that I, like, still incorporate in my day-to-day today.
I like that a lot. When I signed up at my current gym, we got a free personal training session, and that is the first time in my life that I wrote down everything. Yeah. Because I was so sore the next day, and I was like, these are really good exercises. It's at my gym, so I know where everything is. Yep. So then I can feel more confident going into that workout.
Absolutely.
Okay, next one I have is when you're trying to get into fitness, you have to change your mindset so you're not shaming yourself for when you don't go. Like, don't sign up with a gym membership or a class pass or whatever it may be and be like, I have to go every single day. If I don't go, I'm not getting my money's worth. I'm going to be disappointed in myself. You have to go into it with a growth mindset where it's like, okay, I'm going to slowly build this into my life.
Yeah. And to feed into that, I feel like people think that you need to literally, like, go in order to see results. Do you know how important recovery is?
So important.
Like, sleep, low impact exercises, walking, allowing your body to rest from all the stress that you're putting it under when you're lifting weights or when you're doing any sort of workout and stressing it out. Like, I've literally been in situations where I've been go, and then I see, like, no change. I'll take a week off or a couple days off because it's a weekend or whatever. I'll step on the scale, which I don't do often. And it's like, I expected because I took so much time off or a little detour from what I was doing, I expected a greater number on the scale. And it's like, oh, you actually lost 3 pounds. It's like, oh my God, I just needed to allow my body time to rest. And when it gets super stressed from the impact that you're, like, putting it through, your body gets inflamed. Like, that literally, like, needs time to kind of just, like, balance itself out. So recovery is everything.
I agree. My next tip that I had going off of that was, so listen to your body. And I said no workouts on the weekends. So that's not for everybody. So for me, this is a tip that I use is Monday through Friday, I try to go almost every day or minimally probably 4 times a week. This week, I'm only going 3 days a week because, like, that's just what my body wanted and what my schedule could allow. But then occasionally the only workouts I do on the weekend are ones that I really, really am so excited to go to. So there's like this Tabata Max class in the Seaport gym on Saturday mornings with this awesome instructor, and I've never felt so good after a class. So when I go to work out on the weekend, like, that is my treat to myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you deserve this. You had a long week. It's a Saturday morning. You didn't go out last night. Like, get up and go to the gym. And I'm like, oh, I get my coffee after, and it's like something I look forward to.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. On the flip side, I love working out on the weekends, not the whole weekend, obviously, but I also go to the gym in the morning, so I feel like I'm a little bit more pressed for time. And so the weekend is my opportunity to like take my time with my workouts. And like, if I want to spend an hour and a half there because I'm going slower, or I'm like adding more stretching or to my whole routine, then that just like makes me feel so good. And there's honestly nothing better than like just not feeling rushed, and then also having like an open day ahead of you for you to then do whatever you want afterwards.
So I just experienced this on Monday when we had the day off. I didn't go to the gym until I think it was like 11 a.m.
Yeah.
I slept in, I rolled out of bed, I went to the gym. I had the longest workout of my life because I just wasn't rushing.
Yeah.
I did more workouts than I usually would, because usually I have to be back, showered, and on my laptop by a certain time.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. So maybe that's changing my workouts on the weekends, because that was truly the first time that I wasn't so scheduled.
Yeah. No, it's very nice.
My next one is have a balance of workout classes. This is, maybe you can do the same thing every day. For me personally, like I was saying before, I got a little bored with F45. I kind of touched on this, but I try to do something different every day. So like one day at the gym, I'll do an easy 12-3-30, and then I do abs. That's like my easy day.
Yeah.
I can kind of like get work done on my phone if I need to, or like I'll plan out ideas for the podcast when we were first starting. And it's just like a really easy morning start. I'll do weightlifting. Joe and I now do like leg days together once a week. And it's nice because, again, I have a gym buddy. Legs can be kind of intimidating when you're like hip thrusting in the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't really know.
Yeah, for sure.
And then mix in a cardio cycling class. And I don't know, just like try to find balance. I also recommend ClassPass. We did that in college.
I want to do it again. It's on my bucket list in the very near future.
It's so nice just because you can have a variety of so many different types of workouts. And I think that's what will keep you consistent, because it's something new every time.
Totally.
Which is really nice.
A tip that I have is to know that no one is looking at you. I feel like it is so intimidating. You're all in your head if you're a newbie and you're like, oh, like, what if I do my form wrong? Or what if, like, I look silly because I don't know where things are? Guys and girls at the gym, all they're caring about is how they look in the mirror as they're, like, literally doing a bicep curl. Like, no one is staring at you. No one's overanalyzing. So just know that you can do whatever you want. You're fine. I promise. No one's caring as much as you are.
So this is so funny you say that, because Morgan just started kind of finding her fitness journey, and she FaceTimed me the other day. She's like, you will never believe what happened at the gym this morning. No. She's like, everybody says nobody's looking at you at the gym. This is like why I didn't want to go. She's like, this creepy old man came up to her and corrected her form when she was doing like this arm machine or whatever. Okay. And he put his hand on her hand and like showed her how, and she was like, what the F are you doing? Get out of here. She was all fired up. It was so funny.
Well, that's actually disgusting, because that's horrible. Just a way to talk to girls. I will never forget, in high school, I was doing my own thing. I knew what I was doing. A worker at the gym, who I know for a fact was like into me because he'd asked me on dates like later on in life, he made a comment that I still remember to this day. This is probably like 8 years ago at this point, maybe 10 years ago at this point. He was like, that ab workout that you were doing it well, but like, I don't know if females would want their abs to like look the way that you're doing that workout. Like, I think you should do more of this instead.
Ew, I would be so mad.
I was literally like, I feel like I wasn't as woke back in the day, and I just like laughed it off.
Yeah.
But I was like,
that's
first
so
off,
rude.
No, he was like, you should do like this instead. And it's like, number one, literally go somewhere else. Like, nobody wants you here. Number two, why are you staring at me across the gym as you're on the job? Why are you staring and looking at what I'm doing? But he like thought that would be like a way to like get to talking to me and like, oh, maybe I'd like want his advice or like tips to working out. Yeah. There's nothing more disgusting than a guy coming up to you at the gym.
Yeah, horrible.
No one wants to see me at the gym. I am dripping in sweat. It literally looks like I just got out of the shower when I get in my car. It's disgusting. Yeah, I know. I mean, honestly, he probably didn't say it like that. But, like, that was the essence of what he was saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really remember the exact words. I just remember him calling out an ab workout, telling me that it was more so, it was, like, curving men's abs and that girls should, like, do something else type thing. Ridiculous.
I hate men.
I saw him at a bar recently, and he was like, I knew you looked familiar. I was like, you look fucking familiar to me, and I want nothing to do with you.
I love that. Oh my god. This is a hot tip. I know not everybody's into these, but getting an Apple Watch. Now listen, I'm not saying you need
controversial.
Spend hundreds of dollars on a piece of technology, but I got it during COVID and I love it. I am such a to-do like checklist person, so when I get to close my rings, you can compete with friends, so like it's a friendly competition. I love tracking my workouts. Like if I don't wear my Apple Watch to a workout, I'm like,
did you even work out?
I didn't work out. I have no idea how many calories I burned. I have no idea how I'm obsessed with checking my heart rate. I don't know why.
What's your resting? Because mine's fucking high.
Should we check right now?
Mine's really high. I know it is.
Right now mine's 67.
Like mine is unwell at all times. Like I think it's the caffeine, but also just mine is 85 beats per minute. That's pretty high.
Okay, so
what does your heart rate get up to when you're doing like a good workout?
I don't know. It depends. I can check my cycling one from today.
But
my average heart rate was 144.
Okay, that's pretty much what mine gets up to. I have a very high resting heart rate, which is like kind of. But Apple Watches are very controversial because number one, we don't know how accurate it is, but number two, it can cause some mental health issues for sure, and just like depending on the person, but like numbers are so good until you become obsessed with them. Yeah. The reason why I personally love my Apple Watch is I don't really care about the of course, like I'm going to like take into account the calories that I'm burning, and it's nice to know. But more so, I'm interested in like a benchmark, like, like on my lower impact days, like I'm around this range. I don't like measure my effectiveness of my workout through the numbers, but more so like, oh yeah, like this makes sense for me because I was doing X, Y, and Z, and like this is in a good range. Like,
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, also, like you said, Apple Watches are definitely not always accurate. Sometimes I'll accidentally clock a workout.
Yeah, and it'll be like,
you burned 250. I'm like, I've been sitting in my bed.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
no, but they are fun. They are fun.
It's a nice little, like, check mark when I'm like, I closed my rings today. And it's just very motivating. Mm-hmm. So, depending on the type of person you are, could be helpful.
I'm kind of feeling drunk from this. I feel like you haven't taken a sip in a very long time.
I've taken sips, but I'm worried I'm gonna burp into this microphone.
That'd be kind of hot.
You think so? Yeah. All right, let me show you.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna cut that out.
No, I'm not. That's staying in for sure.
Oh no. Okay, another tip that I have is use the post-workout feeling as motivation to get there. Like there are times where I'm just like, there's no shot I'm going to the gym. Like there is no shot I'm going to the gym. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, but wait, how I'm going to feel so good after.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. And also something that happens to me every couple of weeks is I can't get out of bed in the morning because I'm tired, which is totally fine. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go to the gym after work. The reason why I go to the gym in the morning is definitely to kickstart my day, and there are many scientific reasons as to why I do it, but it's because of also how packed the gym is at night. Like you don't want to see the creatures that come out at my low.
Honestly, I believe that.
The creatures. Yeah. It's disgusting. So that is every time I do that every once in a while. I go to the gym at night and I'm like, this is enough motivation for me to get my ass out of bed at 5:30 in the morning.
So true. Yeah, it tends to be a lot quieter at the gym in the morning, which is just so nice.
Exactly. Okay, should we move into, I'm just trying to be conscious of time.
Yeah.
Should we move into just like game changers? So things that we incorporate into our lives that just really make exercise more of something that we love to do as opposed to something that we have to do. Lifting does not equal turning into the Hulk and becoming super bulky.
This was something I didn't realize until I went to F45.
Yeah.
I don't know who put that into women's minds that if they're going to lift weights, they're going to grow massive muscles. Like, it all depends on how much weight you're lifting.
Yeah.
And the frequency of it.
Okay, I'm going to say it. I hate cardio. Like, you can not pay me to do more than 10 to 15 minutes of cardio every now and again. My body is 100% attributed to weightlifting. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm this Hulk and that I can like lift all this weight. But the muscle that you build replaces the fat. The muscle you build replaces the fat in your body. And that's all you need to know. It trims you down in areas that you didn't even know needed to be trimmed down.
Mm-hmm. Exercise is good for your brain. It's not all about the way that you look.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't realize this until, again, I really started getting into working out, but it's truly addicting when you get that, I don't know if it's dopamine or whatever that chemical is, but after you have a really good workout, it's scientifically proven that your brain releases good, feel-good chemicals.
Yeah. If I don't work out in the morning, which I don't always, there is a drastic change in productivity in my day.
Yep.
I get all of like the necessary hormones out and like stressing my body, and I just have clarity in my brain. If I roll out of bed and I just sit down at my laptop, my mind is going in every which direction. I work out a lot for the mental health and just like relieving stress and just feeling good about how I look and feel. It's everything.
Yeah, I would say that's the number one reason that I've truly fallen in love with fitness. I didn't work out yesterday morning, I think, because I had to drive home for a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
My entire day was shot. I was so less productive. I wasn't very motivated. I felt kind of like drowsy almost.
Yeah.
And like also working out in the morning, I think, I want to maybe fact check me. I don't know. Or actually don't fact check me. But I think your cortisol is highest in the morning, and working out reduces your cortisol. So like, when you're the most stressed, the most stressful part of your day, if you work out in the morning, you're eliminating that.
Yeah. Another tip that I have, which took me probably 22 years or 23 years to learn, is low impact movement is still movement. I started my fitness journey in lifting off the bat simply because that was something that I enjoyed. And so I never wanted to try Pilates or yoga or anything that didn't make me sweat or drip in sweat because I didn't constitute that as exercise.
Yeah.
Don't discredit the little movements because the little movements work little tendons and muscles that the lifting and the different more high intensity types of exercise don't hit. So I will attribute, I had a great pack of abs a few months ago. I mean, I always have abs, but there's different, I have abs underneath some things. But there was a time right before summer where I was just like peak physical state just because I had more time on my hands. I was focusing a lot, whatever it was. And that's the reality of life. It's like you're not going to look like your prime at all times. Yeah, it's all about how you feel. And life is full of sacrifices. So there was just like a short period of time where that was just my really main priority. I didn't have much travel. I didn't have much social life because of COVID, whatever. I attribute the best abs I've ever had in my life to 20-minute little low impact exercise videos from Melissa Wood Health.
Oh, I love her.
She's the best. Her whole focus is low impact, creates long, lean lines. And that's literally what it gave me. And it was just on my rest days, I do a little 10-minute workout. I do a little 15-minute workout. Super low impact, didn't break a sweat, but it lengthened and strengthened little muscles that never, ever have ever gotten attention.
You're inspiring me to go to a Pilates class because I always avoid those.
Oh my God, I'll go to Pilates class with you. Also, I've never been to Equinox with you.
I can bring you.
I know, but you don't really invite me.
Well, I tell you, literally, you know when I go to the gym, we go to the gym at the same time every morning.
Yeah, I know, but you're like, oh, come with me. But then I'm not going to insert myself in your routine.
Why?
I mean, okay, fine. Let's do it next week. Focus of the week.
All right. Focus of the week. Next week,
Yes.
you will see Courtney and I at the gym together.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to take you to a Pilates class, though. Like, I want to take you to a better class.
Well, you can take me multiple times.
Yes, I can.
And then you're
You
going
need to try it to Bottom Max
and
class.
then you're going to influence me to join Equinox.
Yeah, and then I'll get that referral.
And then I'll be pro.
No, it's okay. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I know.
They got the sauna. They got the steam room. I went swimming in the Equinox pool last week. That was my dare of the day.
Get
Because
out of
I've
here.
been talking about going swimming in the pool for so long.
Pause.
Okay.
Did anyone else that saw the story of Joseph swimming in the Equinox pool think that he wasn't wearing pants?
So
I
also thought
that man was butt ass naked, and I was like, Ashley, this is not. You can do both content.
we're just so dead.
Yeah, unacceptable. But I'm glad he was just wearing a white bathing suit or boxers or whatever.
Yeah, they were light blue bathing suit bottoms.
Okay,
I
sorry.
did notice that too. That wasn't just you.
Sorry, continue. So you were at the Equinox swimming
Oh yeah,
pool.
no, that was it. It was just my dare of the day. I've been waiting to go there for so long, and we went. And it was so fun. Joe used to swim in high school. He was really
Shut
good.
up.
He's pretty good. I make him do like all the strokes so I can see them. But it was very
Amazing.
fun. I hope you guys are all doing dares of the day.
Yes. Also, I feel like a lot of our game changers were trickled into parts of our episode.
I think so too.
And I feel like
wrap up.
I feel like it would be really cute if we made like some sort of content around like tips and takeaways of our episodes that people can actually look back and see something visually
I like that.
that they can save and kind of reflect on. But I 1000% am going to make a post about the influencers that have really gotten me into fitness and have gotten me more comfortable in my skin at the gym. Because I could literally talk an hour about certain types of people that are really focused on connecting the mind, body, soul, and just encouraging confidence. I love it.
Why do we want to be fit?
Okay, you really want to know?
I really want to know.
Okay, my only reason.
Okay, I'm
The
listening.
only reason I want to be fit, I kid you not, there is no better feeling than getting onto an airplane and having some carry-on bags that you need to put overhead in the storage bin, and various males say, "Oh, do you need help with that?" And I'm like, "No, sir, I got it." My little 5'2" self literally takes my 40-pound bag overhead by myself.
I love that.
I've had people have their jaws drop. And I'm like, it ain't that deep, but I guess you don't really know what I look like because I'm probably in like sweatpants and like sweatshirts and stuff. But there's no better feeling than being able to do things for yourself, especially when guys think that they need to step in and help. It's like, actually, no, I'm pretty swole.
I love that so much. However, every time I walk in the plane, I will always have someone put it over.
No,
If
I
I'm with
literally
them.
never. Oh yes, if you're with them, sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
If
But
I'm, yeah,
the only travel I do is by myself. No joke.
that's true. You're always back and forth.
I'm always home or I'm always traveling for work, but yeah. So, I mean, there's more reasons, but that's like the main reason.
No, I
like,
love that
make,
so much.
Make people be like, oh my God, this girl has some strength to her. Exactly. And with that, focus of the week.
All right, so definitely number one focus is to bring you to Equinox next week.
8.
Number 2 for me is to come back alive from Mardi Gras with no
God.
COVID.
Yeah, no, you won't get COVID.
Okay, I already had it when I got back from Miami, so I'm hoping those antibodies are still within my system.
Yeah, stay safe over there because I heard it gets rowdy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll be blessing your soul, praying for you.
Thank you.
I can't wait for the Instagram stories and just
It's gonna be
updates.
good.
I will say it would have been cuter if I went with you and then we could podcast from like Bourbon Street.
That's facts, and actually such a scary thought. Think of the creatures that would come out and speak on these mics.
No, but I do think we should this is an idea I haven't run by you, but I think we're going to do it.
Okay.
I say we literally like go out into Boston and just like interview people and I mean, I haven't really put too much thought into it, but I think we could get some really funny content.
We're always so in sync.
Perfect.
Guys, like in the first episode when we said that we had some type of energy, like you guys don't get it. Like you really don't get it unless you're Courtney and I. It's unbelievable. Every idea we've come up with, one of us has said it, and we've been like, oh my God, I was just thinking that, no joke.
I feel like over the summer we can literally go to M Street Beach in Boston and just literally have the time of our lives.
I like that a lot.
People would be cray-cray. Anyway, we'll wrap this up. My focus of the week is going to be, I really want to get ClassPass so that I can expand my horizons in the fitness world. Yeah. I like having focuses of the week that relate to whatever we're talking about.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But anyway, thank you so much for listening again. I know this is more of like a serious topic, and that's kind of what we're here for. We're here to do both and share both. And I know there's so much more to fitness and holistic wellness that we can get into at other times. And I will say that Ashley and I are very fortunate to have like healthy minds and relationships with our bodies. To be honest with you, we didn't really dive into it, but like it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Like
Definitely
we can literally do a whole episode on maybe like the lows or the actual roller coaster journey it is with fitness. But we just wanted to give you like a high level overview and hopefully inspire you to find something that you love and improve yourself in the fitness world.
Yeah. Wait, I feel like there's one more really important thing about fitness.
Let's talk about it.
Just super quick. You are never going to look how you are right now. And you're literally going to look at yourself 6 months, a year, 3 years from now and be like, damn, why was I not so confident? I was so beautiful.
I know.
So like just look back at old photos of yourself in a kind way. And I don't know, whenever I look at photos that maybe I didn't post in a bikini or something, in the moment I was like, ew, these are so gross. I look back now and I'm like, I look stunning.
Yeah.
So appreciate the body you're in right now.
I know. Wait, I'm actually so happy you said that because everyone needs that reminder. But we should get into another episode eventually about like mindset and relationship and like how you can really try to love your body a little bit more regardless of the situation.
So many episodes.
So many episodes. I stopped singing.
Guys, something about having a mic in your hand, you can't not sing.
Yeah.
We have to go.
We have to go because I have dinner.
We have somewhere to be.
Yeah. Okay, love you.
Have a great week. Bye.